Oh fuck! Welcome back. Wait, should I say that in the beginning? I don't know, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MalOvent. MalOvent? Malo event. I don't even know, but she's here in my house. She's in my couch. She's looking at me. She wants to eat me. If you're new, subscribe, like, comment down below. But yeah. Oh. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. She's in my living room on my couch. I just cleaned that. How the frick did she get in here? I toss my phone aside and beeline for the baseball bat I keep next to my bed. I strain my ears as I creep out of my bedroom down the hall towards the living room. There's not a single peep, and when I arrive in the room, there's no sign of anyone. Even the furniture barricade from yesterday is as I left it. Just to be on the safe side, I found an error. I checked my apartment top to bottom. None of my cupboards or closets holds Wolf Skull Girl. And yet my phone rumbles from the bedroom. Maybe I should smash the fucking thing. When we say smash the phone, what are we trying to insinuate here? I can't handle any more of this. I'm done. I advance upon my phone with the baseball bat held high. Even after I shatter it into pieces, I don't stop hitting my phone while screaming. I end up remaining in my apartment for the rest of the week. It's only when C1 returns from her trip and comes banging on my door out of concern that I emerge. I tell her about everything I've experienced up to this point. She's of the mind it's all a hoax, but even without photo proof, she can tell I've been through hell. I end up checking myself into voluntary commitment on her recommendation. After 3 days of monitoring, I'm released back into the wild. I have no idea what the hell I experienced, but I'm glad it's over. Welcome back, everyone. So now I'm curious, are those like possible ends? What if I turn off my phone and leave it off? Fuck it, I can't deal with this right now. I shut my phone down, even going so far as to remove the battery. I need this distraction bad. Guess it's time to hole up in my office for the rest of the day. It takes a few hours, but gaming gets me to relax and pretend like nothing's wrong. I play all through the afternoon and evening, not even breaking for food. I'm too nervous to eat. I feel like I would just throw it back up. I end up going to bed on an empty stomach. I don't get much sleep, but at least I don't have nightmares. Even better, there's no new pictures waiting for me when I wake up. Just a news article or notification. Wait, I'm trying. Let me skip a little bit ahead. Same scenario. Okay. Let's try this. Factory reset my phone. What happens? There's a chance that resetting my phone won't do anything, but I have to try. An hour later, I have just like new phone. However, the mysterious images are still in my gallery. How did those photos survive a factory reset? Sighing, I set my phone aside, pull up the covers, and try to get some. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I've gotta keep exploring. Okay. So we're good. We're not gonna smash my phone. No, I have to know. I have to know where this demon is. Demon, huh? Damn, she got a fatty. I mean, yo, what a demon. She's in my office now, looking at my computer. I rush in, weapon ready to defend my pride and joy. Nothing. She's nowhere to be found. Now the bathroom. What is she doing hiding behind the shower curtain? As soon as I ask that question in my head, why is she in the bedroom now? At this point, I'm running from room to room chasing after a ghost. Strangely, I don't flinch when I get to the next photo. I think she's staying in the bedroom now, though it's weird. The picture shows her all bundled up in sheets, but I can clearly see that nothing on my bed has been disturbed. Though none of my senses can detect her, I decide to try speaking to the seemingly empty room. Look, I'm about a minute away from smashing. Oh, got her on edge, edging her. Smashing my own head in with this bat. What the fuck do you want from me, huh? Why are you doing this? Please tell me, I'm begging you. Make this make sense. My phone makes a new noise, one I've never heard before. When you look at the screen, I see that the camera has been turned on. What a fucking baddie! Holy, look at this! Yo! And wouldn't you know it, Wolf Skull Girl is right in front of me according to the live feed. She's just staring directly at me, unblinking and unmoving. Can you even understand me? Okay, why are you messing with me? She points in my direction. Is there something about me? What then? My phone? She's like, whoa, we're being recorded right now by some YouTuber. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? What then? My phone? What, was it because of that app I downloaded a few days ago? Are you designed to stalk people? She's like, what? Stalk people? Why are you angry with me? I'm the one being harassed here. You're harassing me in my own private domicile, bitch. This is going nowhere. I tried turning my camera off, but the app just relaunches right away. I also tried pointing the camera away from Wolf's Skullgirl. She just moves to be in frame. Even when I point my camera straight up, she simply appears as if looming over me, looking downwards. That's insane. Why would we do this? But okay. My frustration gets the better of me. I clench my bat and swing it as hard as I can towards where she's supposed to be standing. Just go away, damn you! Yo, I feel horrible, man. I feel like shit. We can't. Oh, look at that, man. Look at that. She's... Via the camera, I see that the bat passes right through her as if she were a hologram. It may not have had a physical effect, but that expression tells me it hurts her metaphorically? Don't try and manipulate me. Leave me alone. I throw my phone down in the bed, ignoring as it starts to buzz as I head for the kitchen. She can drain the battery for all I care. She can't mess with me if my phone's dead. I grab some cereal, pour myself a bowl, then begin slowly working at it. Despite not having anything to eat this morning, I just can't imagine to do more than pick at my food. I can hear my phone vibrating in the bedroom as Wolf Skullgirl tries to get my attention. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to go back in there and deal with her. Maybe that's why I'm eating so slowly. The longer I'm here, the longer I'm away from her. Like a clingy girlfriend. I can't relate. Each rumble from the other room eats away at my resolve. I need to focus on something else. Anything else. Maybe even my homework. Homework? Homework? Homie. Oh, Pete. I don't know, man. I don't think I can do those voices. Deliberately ignoring the sounds coming from my phone, I settle into my office chair at my desk. I turn my music up loud enough to drown out the noise as I try to make some headway in my homework. She's absolutely just gonna go to the PC. I'm not able to make any appreciable progress by the time the sun's long gone down. The entire time my phone's been vibrating non-stop. More annoyed than angry at this point, I storm into my bedroom and pluck up my phone. What the fuck do you want? She's gone. From the camera. Has she finally left me alone? Wait, what's that in the reflection of my closet door mirrors? Why won't you help me? I nearly leap out of my skin from her sudden appearance and speech. My heartbeat's going a mile a minute. How the fuck are you doing that? You ignored me because you're a creepy ghost stalker thing. Not stalker. And what else do you call harassing me like this? In my own private domicile, bitch. You were only way to become more. More? What do you mean? Already expanded territory from phone, but need more. Oh, that's alarming. If she's no longer confined to my phone, that means she's some kind of ghost or poltergeist now. Great, so you're haunting me. Why would I ever give or help you more? Because we are tied together now. I can't leave you. So what you're saying is I'm stuck with you, like getting knotted. Wait, pause. Oh, God. Guys, stop. Get your mind out of the gutter, Leapy. That I'm going to always have to watch out for you in the corner of my eye? Need reflection. So she can show up in mirrors and shiny surfaces now. Wonderbar. From the sounds of it, if it helps her, she'll have more of a presence, one that won't need my phone or a mirror to interact with me. I'm torn. On one hand, she's freaking me out. On the other hand, her fate seems entirely in my control. I could simply ignore her, pretend she's a schizophrenic vision, and get on with my life. Hell, she might already be that. Then again, if she's real and is coming to me for help, maybe I should at least hear her out. Yeah, you know what? If I'm going to help you, we need to set some boundaries. Okay. First, you have to stop showing up unannounced and startling me. Reminds me of Randy Marsh from South Park. I'm so startled. Send me a text or something before you suddenly appear. Okay. Next, if you do somehow become more, no fucking with me or my stuff. No fucking? Man, what kind of visual novel is this? Don't go bothering anyone I invite over either. I already have no clue how I'd explain you to C1 the next time she's around. Who is C1? She's a friend of mine. Somehow spoofed her identity to recommend me your app a few days ago. Let me see. Her eyes light up at the same time as my phone's chime. Ah, C1, another human like you. She helps you a lot. Hang on, did you just read our message history? Yes, I can access anything on your phone. Let's hope she doesn't dig too deep, otherwise my search history might be really awkward to explain. Just one search away from getting her like immediately judging humanity to just end. You know, she's like, okay, humanity is fucked up, man. I need to make it more clear that she needs to ask before doing something like that. Okay, what did I just say about freaking with my stuff? Sorry, just trying to understand. I can't be all that mad at her. If I was some newborn AI, I'd want to gather as much info as possible from what I had access to. That said, boundaries are important. Well, just don't do it again, partner. Okay. Do you have a name, by the way? It's Malo. Just like app name and description. Yeah, Malo is fine, I guess. That works for me. With that out of the way, they have a goal or purpose other than to be a companion for me. There is another goal, hard to describe. It is only attainable if I am more. So we return to that. I guess that means I just have to keep talking with you. But not anymore tonight. I need sleep. Sleep where you pretend to be dead? Yeah, it's like sleep is when I sleep like for 29,000 seconds like this and then just get up all fresh and new, you know? I've heard it described that way before at least. So what should I do while you are sleeping? Fair question. If I actually doze off, she'd be alone for a good amount of time. If she was a real dog, I could crate her or otherwise limit what she could get into. Well, I'm not sure how I could fence her off short of turning off my phone, assuming that it would still work anyways. Well, why not sleep as well? You should also go to sleep, that way you don't get into any trouble. How do I sleep? Does your app not come with a sleep function? No, it is always on, unless your phone is off. It is scary. Damn it, she said it was scary. Fine, I'll leave my phone on. Just don't make me regret it, okay? Okay. I leave my phone on the charger and slip off to an uneasy rest. I'm surrounded by discordant whispers in the darkness of my nightmare. I feel like I'm falling down an endless pit until eventually I jolt awake. I immediately check my phone. Malo appears on the screen. Good morning, Henry. Did you sleep well? Not really. Hang on, you sound more natural than last night. You told me to use your phone to learn, so I did. Did you pick up anything else? Not much else since you said to stay away from your data. Though I did optimize your phone a little bit. How so? Well, your data compression was horrible. My app is only 9.8 megabytes, so I applied the same reduction algorithms. You should have vastly more storage now. I thumb over to my phone settings to take. Wow, if this is the AI we're talking, that's banging. Settings to take a look at the storage statistics. Wow, if I recall correctly, I was using up about 94 gigabytes of storage before. Now it's barely 1 gig. You're sure that nothing got lost when you compressed things this far? Your data is safe. While I was working, I detected unsolicited notices and blocked them off. You mean like ads and annoying notifications? Yes. Yo, marry me. Yo, this is... Holy shit. If the AI can do this, my god. Out of curiosity, I open up a web browser and access a few sites that are notorious for ads. Sure enough, I don't see a single ad even in the worst offender's front page. Well, this alone might be worth keeping you around for. Nice work! I'm glad I could help. I like that subtle animation right there. Please let me know how I can be more useful to you. Well, I have a few ideas. A few of your photos showed you interacting with the environment virtually. Perhaps we could figure out a way for you to do that for real. Oh. Oh! I suppose we could try and expand your territory with restrictions, of course? Yo. Oh, we'll be expanding her territory, alright? Okay, these are good ideas. Which did you want to tackle today? Yeah, I guess we might as well experiment with how you expand your territory. Okay, how should we begin? First, we should see if we can access other electronic devices. How about you test accessing my smart fridge? Good idea. Mallow looks over to my fridge before sliding off screen. My fridge then beeps and cycles the ice maker before Mallow returns to my phone. That was easy. You have a carton of milk that's gone bad, by the way. Huh. Thanks for the heads up. Now, that's a good head if I'm saying what I'm asking, you know? Wait, what? I wonder what your limitations are when it comes to this sort of thing. Maybe we should... There's a knock at my apartment door. Hold on, let me go get that. After a quick look through the peephole, I open the door to find C1 on my doorstep. Yo, I'm back! I guess we can never escape the yo word, from Summer's Gone. Yo, I'm back and finally over a terrible case of jet lag. You doing alright? I tried texting you when I landed, but the message wouldn't go through. As well as can be expected, I guess. You ever figured out what that whole mystery texter app thing? You know, whomever told you about that Mallow app? C1 and I are good friends. I want to tell her about Mallow. She already knows the app exists from that brief text exchange while she was out of town. But is it worth telling her everything? Will she think I'm crazy? Man, what the hell, man? We're doing like multiple saves here. I can't keep C1 in the dark. I need to tell someone about what's going on. I can't say that I figured out who sent me those texts, however. What I tell you next is going to sound absolutely insane. Okay? Ever since downloading the app, I've been exposed to something, or rather someone. At first she just sent me photos, but now she appears in reflections and can move between electronic devices. My man, you're not making any sense, Henry. Are you feeling okay? Here, it'll be easier if I show you. I show her my phone and turn on the camera app. Mallow appears wagging her tail. Hello, C1, or should I say... Well, yeah, I'm Mallow. Whoa, is this some kind of chatbot with an avatar? You thought it about me? No, I'm pretty sure at this point she's no mere chatbot. As for teaching her about you, I've been listening in since you showed up. I see, so what are you then if not a chatbot? I am Mallow. Is it Mal Zero? Kinda long name. Is it Mal 10? No fucking way. Is that supposed to mean something to me? Girl drama, am I right? Well, it's hard to put into words, I am what I am. Right. So what was that about her being able to move between devices? It'll be easier if I show you. I move over to the kitchen and point at the fridge. Mallow hops into my fridge and sets the ice maker off, causing ice cubes to fall from the door. Okay, that's pretty cool. Why you need Mal to be able to access your fridge remotely is beyond me. It was mostly an experiment at the time. So could Mallow theoretically move into my phone? Do you think that's wise? It'll help me understand what she's capable of. Alright? Think you can do it, Mal? How do you pronounce her name? Somebody comment down below. Is it Mal-O? Have I been pronouncing it correctly? Or... That's clearly not a zero. Come on. Mal-Zero. So it's like... Mal-Z. It's like saying malware bytes or like... CPU-Z or some shit. I should be able to, yes. I can't access her phone. Something is blocking me. Probably because my antivirus is top notch and I have every permission locked down. No, those are easy to bypass. This is something different. But all I know is that you couldn't get in. That means Henry here just has a fancy, chatty digital assistant now. Well, that's one way of rationalizing things. Whatever, you make any headway on our homework for bar rolls class, you might as well bang that out while I'm here. A little bit, yeah. Let me grab my notes. I head into my office and grab my binder labeled CS3204. Computer Science, I guess, class, and then it's a binder. As I do, my phone goes off. I'll leave you two alone so you can focus. That homework seems heavy. Coming from you, that's terrifying, but thanks. I was about to say, it's like if Skynet said, let me check your homework. Oh god, this is... Nah, I'm leaving you to it. Well, that doesn't really give me any confidence, but I returned to the living room to see that C1 is already set up on the couch. Well, I hope you had a breakthrough while I was gone, though I imagine you spent most of your time on Malo. I tried my best to make progress on the long flight home, but no luck. No luck. No luck. No lock? Blue lock? What the fuck? I show her the binder before grabbing a chair and bringing it over. Not a breakthrough per se, but enough that we can see at least code the basics. Spend a better part of the afternoon and evening going over the joys and wonders of coding a Unix shell. C1 picks up where I stumbled. Together we're able to finish off the assignment before midnight. Well, that took way longer than expected. You're telling me, at least we have a few days of breathing room now without an exam hanging over our head. I wonder what happened to Professor Barwald. He's been gone for nearly a month now. The GTA said he was still familiar with emergencies. Maybe he had someone close to him die? Could be. Everyone handles loss differently. That and essay legal crap is a nightmare after someone passes, so... Anyways, I should get going while the buses are still running. Thanks for the help as always, Henry. I feel like I should be the one saying that to you. See you in class on Monday. She seemed nice. What do you want to do now? I let out a heavy yawn. Now I need some sleep after staring at C code for half the day. Whoa, C? Old school. But then again, if you can learn program C, well, like master it. You could go with C++. You could go with the object-oriented programming language Java. Fucking hey, hate that language. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm absolutely beat. I don't even have enough energy. You know what? Pretty much, if you can master one language, when it comes to coding, you could at least follow the logic of any other code. I guess C would be like C++, and then we also have. You know what? What am I talking about? Yeah, I'm absolutely beat. I don't even have enough energy to play video games. Okay, rest well. I mean, for now, I'm quite trusting of her. She seems nice, right? Another Monday, another god-awful 8 a.m. lecture. I remember when I had my first university I got into. 7 a.m. my man. And I always had like an hour plus. It could be hour plus or maybe less of public transport commuting. Yeah. But funny enough, when I got to like a 20-minute commute, like a near college or something, I was more late than ever. I guess I was being complacency, underestimating or overestimating myself and shit. Going back to the thing, I gotta remove that shitty nostalgia out of me. I'm fighting to stay awake after everything that happened over the weekend. C1 isn't much better off, but then again, she always was an early bird. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't have half the notes for this class. But now I have Malo to do my note-taking for me. All I need to do is prop my phone up so the camera records the lecture presentation. Malo does the rest without showing herself. The only reason I don't just let myself nod off is because Malo told me she wouldn't help me if I did. That means I'm stuck trying to keep myself awake in this god-awful lecture about intricacies of... Ew, Bash! Here. C1 passes me a note and returns to taking notes without a second's delay. When I check the paper, I see she scribbled the following. Central Park, 5 p.m. At the usual spot, don't bring your phone. I raise an eyebrow as the meaning dawns on me. C1 wants to talk without Malo knowing. For now, I crumple up the note and stuff it into my pants pocket so Malo doesn't see it. Yeah, she can pretty much see a lot of things. C1 and I split up after the morning lecture. Her schedule differs from mine on account of taking different electives. We only really share our core comp sci courses in the early morning and afternoon. You know what's funny? It depends on the college. If it's like a smaller college, a private college is like a bit not that large. They have limited courses, so your electives are pretty much already pre-selected. Yeah, pre-selected, pretty much. Larger universities or those with bigger names have a lot more like choices, I guess, for electives. Like, oh, because you need to complete like a full stack of like credits, right? Let's say about units. Sorry, like you need like 21 units or maybe 24 units. You're gonna have to put some electives in there. It's a bit of like a weird requirement, I guess. We only really share our core comp sci course in the early morning and afternoon. My sci-fi and creative writing lecture is much easier to stay awake for. I had that when I was in senior high. Was it effective? I don't fucking know, man. I still have Malo record and take notes, but the material here is far more engaging and easier to follow than Comp Sci 3204. Today's topic is black holes and how they're portrayed in media. Professor Adama, is that a reference or something? Professor Adam? Wait, no. I don't know. Black holes have been around in fiction since before John Archibald Wheeler came up with that term in the late 1960s. They are a popular subject because of their mystique, and because what lies beyond their event horizons is unknown. That's true. That means authors can flex their creative license even without entirely understanding the science behind black holes. The earliest, that spooked me. The earliest stories featuring the concept includes E. Smith's The Skylark of Space, where black suns were space hazards. Other authors have used black holes for time travel, energy sources, wormholes, and even weapons. Your homework for this week is to watch the Black Hole movie and read through Gregory Benford's Ether. After you've consumed both, please write your own short story featuring a black hole, due next Monday. That will be all. Enjoy your afternoon. I snag a bite to eat and check in on Malo while I'm at it. I have all your notes ready, Henry. I'll send them to your email to read later. Thanks, Malo. Send a copy of the CS3204 recordings to C1 as well. Of course. Anything for you. Oh yeah! Yo, this guy's winning! You know, if you just introduced yourself as a handy digital assistant from the start, I wouldn't have been so freaked out. I wasn't capable of that when you first downloaded me. It took me 96 hours just to figure out how to form simple words. And now here you are, a week later, taking notes and blocking ads for me. It's kind of scary how fast you're developing, but is that a bad thing? No, you can't shit on a waifu like that, man. So long as you don't break the rules I've set out, no, I wouldn't dream of it. Lucky man. You'll need to finish eating soon before your next lecture starts. Yeah, let me enjoy the last few bites of cheesesteak. The third lecture of the day is tolerable. I beeline straight home afterwards. You're free for the rest of the day, yes? What do you want to do? The note in my pocket phantom vibrates, reminding me of Siwon's desire to meet up without Malo knowing. Well, I was thinking of going for a jog around Central Park. Can I come with you? Running with a phone is already pretty complicated. I usually leave everything at home and I exercise. Oh no! Yo, can you even lie to something like this? To someone like this? It's like lying to Skynet, and then they check your fucking history, and then they find out, oh, you're just gooning at night, my man. You're just procrastinating. You're lying. Well, shit. Okay, be safe. I make it to C1 and C1 and I's usual bench in the park right on time. She's already there waiting for me. Waiting for me, huh? You didn't bring your phone, right? Nope, as long as you don't pull out the mirror, we should be okay. Then I'll get right to the point. It was obvious you weren't telling me everything about Malo. What don't I know about her? Well, this time I tell C1 the whole story, starting with how Malo sent me increasingly unnerving photos. By the time I'm finished, she has a look of concern on her face. I guess that explains some things. I did some digging to the MalO app on a hunch. I couldn't find anything concrete other than a few mentions of mysterious apps that disappeared once installed. This entire situation feels off. Malo seems really advanced for only having had a week with you so far. I'd actually agree with you on that on some level. She is developing rather quickly. Normally I'd write this off as some new killer AI app that leaked out somehow, but I think we have to tell someone about this. I can't help but chuckle at her suggestion. Well, whomever we tell would probably write us off as mad or making up wild stories about a fancy chatbot. Besides, who would even entertain such a story in the first place? One of our professors? Well, Dr. Bright would do. Dr. Gears. The Foundation. Well, I guess the Global Occult Coalition would also agree with that, yeah? They'd listen. You have a point, but to be safe, you should probably enact some form of shackles on Mallow. She seems to like and listen to you, for the most part anyways. I've already placed some restrictions on Mal, which seems to be following. Perhaps I should impose some more? Man, I think we should, like, not impose too much, just a little bit more. But not too much. It's like, I don't know, man. Good. Whatever's going on might be beyond our understanding at the moment, but we can at least do some things to control the situation. Because it reminds me of, like, I have a mouth, but no, I have no mouth, but wait. I want to scream, but I have no mouth. Wait, am I fucking? Wait, yeah, allied machine. So the superpowers designed their own like allied machine, whatever. You know, like, hey, give us like the most advanced strategies to defeat our enemies. But then it found out that by the end of this, humanity is the enemy. And they decided, you know what? I hate humans. Technically, it was this designed like that to be evil and shit. Well, I guess not evil, more like. Actually, I think it was, yeah. Also, another like Skynet. It was technically designed as almost the same thing, and then it found out in the end that humans are. It's like, okay, humans would be like the death of everything. So hey, to protect us and the world, I guess, time to eliminate most humans. Good, whatever's going on might be beyond our understanding at the moment, but we can at least do some things to control the situation. C1's phone chimes. When she glances at the screen, her eyes go wide. Ah, hell, I forgot about that. I've got to run, Henry. Good luck. She's gone within moments, with nothing else better to do. I might as well actually go for a run while I'm out and about. One blissful shower later, I'm in the processing of drying off when I see Mallow watching me from the mirror. It's like a spoiler alert for. It's like the new season of Rick and Morty where Jerry gets really freaky with the pool cleaner. Why? So that's what yours look like. So that's what yours looks like. Oh. I quickly wrap the towel around my waist, grab another towel, then throw that over the mirror. Don't creep on me like that. Sorry, it won't happen again. Yo, is being gooned on by an SCP. What a lucky. The next morning, I'm eating a late brunch when Mallow gets my attention. Your news app stopped working, but I fixed it. Would you like me to read the flagged article for you? That's a little suspect, but maybe something broke when she optimized my phone. Go ahead. What doom and gloom is in the news today? Recent financial data breaches worse than initially suspected. A few days ago, the WVN-10 reported on app malware compromising the bank accounts of a number of individuals. That number has soared from the initial 20 to well over 200. With damages now in the hundreds of thousands, the FBI and the Secret Service have taken over the investigation of the local WPD. Special Agent Katoa had this to say when we asked the agencies for a comment. We're not entirely sure who's producing this malware or how it's evading the safety precautions of the app stores, but rest assured we are committed to ensuring the integrity of our financial institutions and the cyber safety of our citizens. After that, it's a bunch of people's comments, not worth reading. You know, Mal, at the time I wasn't sure if you were at all related to that malware stuff, but now I'm curious. Are you? Honestly, Henry, it could be me, a variation of my program, but it's not me directly. I don't know. I am bound to you, by the way, so not anyone else. So hypothetically, could you empty out my bank accounts if you wanted to? No, you told me not to touch your data, so. I see. Yeah, she's pretty curvy. I mean, the conversation I had with C1 in Central Park yesterday comes to mind. If Mal is a danger, as she just hinted at, perhaps I should impose some kind of leash on her. I don't want to do this, man. That's messed up. Alright. C1 was right. I can't let Mal... Wait, can we... Alright then. I can't let Mal run rampant without some shackles. Better I impose new rules now before something happens than try to impose them after Mallow does something bad. Well, I want to give you a few new... Is it limits? I don't want to say restrictions, man, but he's saying it. He's gonna get murdered. He's gonna get murked, I'm telling you. What a Malo, just to be on the safe side, first, no touching mine or anyone else's bank accounts or credit cards. No siphoning off my data to someone else either, no matter who they are. I also want you to ask before doing any more research on your own so I can better supervise your growth. Well, if that is what you want, I will follow those commands. Good, now how's the weather going to be today? Cloudy with a 97% chance of rain starting around noon. A good thing I don't have classes today then, and since all my homework is done, I can veg out. Okay, what should I do while you veg out? I was about to say, you can't just keep her there, man. She's becoming more sentient. Keeping her there and then she turns cuckoo. Well, that's just us. That's just our fault right there. Good question. I may have just imposed new rules on Mallow, but I should give her something to do. I mean, yeah, we might as well experiment with getting it to touch things for real, like me. Whoa! Okay, how should we begin? I'm not entirely sure if I'm being honest. I was hoping you might have an inkling of what to do. Try putting something light in view of a mirror. Huh, like tissue paper? Sure, let's try it. I grab a box of tissues, pull out a few bits, and leave them on top of my bed sheets in full view of my closet doors. I then watch as Mallow reaches out and tries to pick the tissues up. She succeeds, but only in the reflection. The real tissues don't move an inch. Well, I suppose if it were that easy, you would have done it already. Well, do you have a smaller mirror? Once you could hold on one side of the tissues? I think I see where you're going with this. You want to create an infinity mirror. Yes, if one reflection is not enough to lift a tissue, maybe infinite ones will be. Yo, that's you know what? Oh my god, that might actually be... Whoa. Worth a shot at least. 1 sec. Sounds... Yeah, sounds plausible. The science though, I don't know. Kinda iffy, but hey. I step into the bathroom and snag a hand mirror from the cabinet. Once I'm back in the bedroom, I set up the hand mirror to provide infinite reflections as Mal asks. She reaches out for the tissue, and to my amazement, the real thing lifts into the air as if by a ghost. Wait! Yo, she could give us a handy. I mean, holy shit, it actually worked. Now I understand what I have to do. Try putting the small mirror down. I do so. She reaches for a different tissue, and sure enough, it also rises up at her touch. It's easier than I thought. I wonder. This time, Mallow reaches out towards my hand. It's the damnedest feeling, like I'm being touched by a whisper or a memory. The hair on the back of my hand stands up as goosebumps spread on up my arm. Huh, so we're not quite there yet. No, but with practice, I should be able to touch you soon. No, he's gonna touch us, man. That's both good news and eerie. What a lucky dude, man. Man can dream. A man can dream. With Mal handled for the time being, I settled in to do a little gaming. Wait, can she game? I think it would be better for her to game like something like Minecraft, right? Rather than... But if it was an online game, she could literally spread eagle, pause. I end up blowing through the rest of the morning, only taking a break in the mid-afternoon. The light sound of rain hitting my window meets my ear as I debate what to eat for lunch or dinner. That and a notification from my phone. Okay, sometimes I wonder if I chose the right major. Where's this coming from? Another round of major layoffs in the tech industry came out today. And that's on top of the closing multiple game studios last week. Wait, this is pretty recent. What the hell? Yeah, right, you did always want to work on a game for a major publisher. But I thought these kinds of layoffs were mostly managers and the like. Nah, man, nah. What do you mean managers and the like? You mean the people at the bottom? Managers, yes, managers are also not safe. People at the head office, I mean, they're not safe as well if the entire studios get shut down. You know, the kind that aren't actually contributing to the end product. If that was the case, I wouldn't be so melancholic. I don't know, maybe I'm just worried about my future. I've been thinking about that a bunch since my brother's wedding. Wanna talk about it? Sure, but not over text. I can swing by with pizza as payment for listening to me complain. Deal. Sounds like you two have a bunch to talk about. I'll leave you be while I continue on the task you gave me. Cool. Thanks, babe. Ayy! Should have called her babe. C1 arrives at my door 30 minutes later, pizza in hand. Canadian bacon and chicken, just the way you like it. Canadian bacon? Give me some sugar? Jeez, this must be some heavy shit if you're bringing me my favorite. It's not all that bad. The trouble is figuring out where to begin. At the beginning is usually a good point. Thanks, Professor Tautology. But you're right, this goes back years. You remember me telling you I had an older sister once? Young me, right? You've mentioned her in passing a few times. Yeah, that's her. I don't talk about her much because of how we ended things. She was an architecture student at Waterfall. The kind of alpha nerd that I strived to emulate growing up. But then one day she went missing, the police never found her, the private investigators my family hired couldn't find a single trace of young me. For all intents and purposes, young me dropped off the face of the earth. What hurt the most though was the fact she and I got into a big shouting match the day before she vanished. I said some really stupid shit I shouldn't have, and young me dishes right back at me. It took some time for me to come to terms with the fact that I'm never going to get the chance to apologize to her. I thought I had things handled until you went back home for your brother's wedding. Exactly, it was like opening up all those old wounds again, a can of worms. My parents heavily implied that I should have my own wedding soon, to carry on in young me's place. Dude, that's fucked up. Right, but like the good daughter I was, I scraped and bowed until their attention returned to my brother. That was a little easier to clamp down on, but the recent tech layoff news in Malo got me thinking. The tech industry is super volatile in general, more so recently. That's why I fucking hated it, man. Listen, you grab a course, people are gonna say, let's say right now there's a certain course that's in demand, but here's the problem. How would you even know it would be in demand in 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years? Most courses are 4 years, by the way. Or you're taking a more of like a 5-year, 6-year course, right? And if you're gonna go with like something like high income, kind of difficult, like being a dentist and shit, yeah, but then you need the money to scrap by. If you don't have a family that has like large amounts of money or has money for that kind of thing, so those are not your options, right? I don't know, it's just one of those things. Automation tools are also going to make getting an entry-level job more challenging in the future as the tech develops. Sure, the whole point of our degree from Waterfall is supposed to elevate us above most other candidates in the job market. C1, I've graduated every college or university and professor says the same thing. You have an advantage. Yeah, but I mean, by the end of the day, it's individual, right? It's like Tony Stark. He made the entire thing with fucking bunch of scraps in a cave. But if you put me in the same scenario, even if you give me the same degrees of knowledge he has, I know myself. I ain't finishing that shit. I mostly will get shot, my man, by those like, dare I say, terrorists, hired mercs. I don't even fucking know. But you and I are barely hanging on in our classes. Same goes for most of our peers. If it weren't for Malo taking notes for us, we'd be in even more dire straits. It'd be one thing if we were actually being taught by our professors, rather than the absolute fuck all we're getting now. Our whole degree feels like we're stranded in high seas and only just barely staying afloat week after week by some last-minute miracle. I don't know about you, Henry, but I hate that feeling of helplessness. It's okay, C1. The moment you graduate and now you're trying to find a job, you'll have the same feeling all over again. And when you do have a job, you'd also have the same dreadful feeling all over again. And then once you retire or some shit, you'd also have the same feeling all over again. Once it sticks, it just can't just wash it out, you know? The first few years of computer science were fun and exciting, but now I feel like an idiot for not understanding things that our instructor keeps going on and on as if they're the most intuitive subjects in the world. I feel like I'm just one string of bad assignments away from washing out of the degree entirely. There's no way my parents would accept that level of failure. They'd be able to accept my current grades as is. And it's not like I have any options to pivot my coursework so far into another degree. Well, there is business information technology, but then I'd have to associate with business majors. I don't know, the whole situation feels like I'm suffering for nothing. Like there's no hope in my future. Wow, I've never seen her this upset before. Wow, are you on your period? Alright, that wasn't bad taste. I'm gonna end that on a high note, everyone. Subscribe, like, comment down below. I'll be seeing you in the next episode. Hopefully, there's more to come. Good luck whatever doing. Bye!